Now children, I'll tell you something about cumulative frequency curve. You have done earlier the meaning of cumulative frequency, and you are well aware that the cumulative frequency means the added up frequencies. When we go on adding up frequencies, then we get the cumulative frequencies. Okay. Now here we will learn about cumulative frequency curve, also known as ogive. Ogive or cumulative frequency curve. This curve, ogive, that is made on the basis of added up frequency. That is why it is known as cumulative frequency curve. Now the meaning says that cumulative frequency of any class is the sum of the frequencies of all classes preceding that class and its own frequency. This is the meaning of cumulative frequency. That means added up frequency. For example, if frequencies are 2, 4, 5, 6, then in that case the added up frequency will be 6, 11, 17, right? This way we go on adding up. So this says cumulative frequency of any class is the sum of the frequencies of all classes preceding that class. That means sum of the frequencies of all classes preceding that class and the frequency of its own class. This means this is the cumulative frequency, which is the addition of 2, 4, 5 and 6. So this way cumulative frequency we get by adding up all the frequencies and the frequency of its own class, right? Now there are two ways to add up all the frequencies, that is less than method and more than method. In the less than method, we go on adding frequencies beginning from lower limits. This you have done earlier also when I told you what are cumulative frequencies. And less than method, remember we have done that also, and I told you with the example that how do we calculate less than frequencies. Okay. So less than method, we go on adding frequencies beginning from lower limits and we get an upward rising curve called less than ogive. So in this we add up frequencies beginning from lower limits, and the curve what we plot on the basis of these lower limits frequencies, then that will be the upward rising curve, which is called as less than ogive. In more than method, we go on decreasing frequencies beginning from upper limits and we get a declining curve called more than ogive. So earlier you have done what is less than and what is more than cumulative frequency. Now we will see what is less than ogive and more than ogive with the help of an example and diagram. Now take the example here, marks and number of students. I have taken an imaginary example here, marks. Suppose in this class interval 0 to 5 there are 4 number of children, 5 to 10 6, 10 to 15 10 and so on. This is the class interval of marks and this is number of students in each class interval. Okay. Now for making ogive or cumulative frequency curve, first we have to convert this data into cumulative frequency table form. That means we convert the data in the form of table showing less than type and here more than type, right? Now we convert the data into less than and more than. Less than type, less than 5, because the lower limit here is 0 to 5. So less than 5, how many are there? 4. This is the frequency. Less than 5 there are 4, less than 10 there are 4 plus 6, 10. This is the cumulative frequency as you have done earlier. We add up and we get the frequencies this one, right? Now in the more than type, more than 0, because 0 is the lower limit, more than 0 are 100, and more than 5, 10, 15, 20, so on, these are the cumulative frequencies of more than type. Now, after making the cumulative frequencies of less than and more than type, you have to plot the graph. See here, again OY axis, number of students, OX axis, we will take the class interval of marks. According to the class interval given, we will divide the axis 5, 10, 15, 20 equal divisions. Till 40 we need the data, till 40 is the upper limit, so we will divide it till 40 here. Vertical axis, the frequencies are given, and the frequencies here, this is as we have taken into percentage, so divided into 10, 20, 30, 40 till 100. Clear? Now, on the basis of this data, we will plot the points. I will tell you how to plot the points. First we will plot the points for less than curve and then more than. Now, less than 5 there are 4. So, we will take the point here 5, and less than 5 there are 4. So, this is the first point. Less than 10, cumulative frequency is 10. So, 10 and here second point. Then less than 20 there are 30, 20, and we will take here point 30. Then less than 25 there are 55, 25 here and 55 here, right. Then 77 for the next one, this is 77, then 95, and then last one is 100. This is 40 and this is 100, right. And when we join the points, first we will plot the points and then we will join the points with a freehand curve. This curve will give you less than ogive, and the lower end will join with the axis by the dotted line. Clear? Now, for more than ogive, we will take this one 0, more than 0 are 100. So, more than 0 are, sorry, this more than 0, 0 more than 0 100, first point. Then next is 96, we will take 96 more than 5, there are 96, then this one, then we go on getting the points like this, and last one is more than 40 is 0, so more than 40 is 0. This is the point, and we will join all the points what you got, and we get the curve. This is known as more than ogive, and this both the curves will intersect at one point, because one is rising, one is declining, so they will intersect at one point. So, this way we get the cumulative frequency curve, and it is very easy to calculate the data here. Once you know the meaning of cumulative frequency, once you know the method of less than and more than, you can easily calculate it and plot the points according to the data given here. So, this is the ogive or less than and more than ogive curve. Clear?